Hello, everyone. I am coming to you. I don't know if I like this. Maybe I like this better. I am coming to you. I mean, it's the saddest thing. The saddest thing I've ever had to witness. And I feel like Caesar Milan, when he says he doesn't train dogs, he trains humans. And I get it. I get it. Because I just witnessed something that I'm like, Lord, people tell me that I am patient, but I have realized I am not patient. I am not patient at all. I am, in fact, learning to be patient. And I realize, like, getting upset does not help the situation. So you have to be cool, calm, and rational. And I just witnessed my friend do this, and I just loved it. I loved it because I'm never the type of person that wants to shut down. Like, no, I'm not shutting down to anything. However, I'm going to speak truth, and when silence is needed, I'm going to be silent. However, I realize that, and I guess I'm going back to my video of delusion, where sane people are around. You're the delusional one, but you don't realize you're delusional. And I witnessed it. And I'm smiling because I'm trying to keep from crying, because it's such a sad thing that we, and this, and this is why we cannot go to church and have itching ears, because that's when you get lukewarm Christians that go to church every Sunday, but soon as they come out of church, soon as anything happens, I heard this pastor say once, scratch a Christian, get a heathen, because that is essentially what you see. You see people going to church every week, and you don't ever get to see the fruit of the Spirit. You see a side of it. And I know that's a battle with the spiritual realm. It's not about, because the Lord tells us our battle is not against flesh and blood. So this is not by any means the person, but this is something that they have dealt with spiritually, and they don't realize that they have to fall to their knees and say, Lord, help me. Help me. And I have been in that state. And once you in that state, you don't want to go back there, because it's not good. It's not good for you, and especially not good for those around you, those in which you will bleed on. And it's so sad to see, because the only thing you can do is pray. And I say the only thing like that's the least. No, that's the best thing you can do, because oftentimes words can't even fix the situation. No matter what you say, is always a rebuttal. Y'all, it's time for us to get our house in order. We have to get our house in order. We have to look in the mirror. We have to see what things that we need to work on. And like I said, the Lord just allowed me to realize that my patience is a little bit shorter than I thought it was. And I cannot, and I don't want to say will not, but I do have a really low tolerance. And I guess that's where my patience muscle shouldn't be strengthened, because I have a really low tolerance for ignorance. And not ignorance to the sense of you not knowing. It's ignorance that you're choosing to be ignorant. Because that's one thing when we don't know, but it's another thing when you choose to hear truth and you choose to not take it. Thank you for listening to my soapbox. But I hope somebody was helped by this, because a lot of us are in a state of delusion, and we don't realize that the people around us are telling us the truth. So this is the opposite video of what I've shared before, where I say you're maybe the only sane person in the room, and now you may be the delusional person in the room, and you don't even realize that you're delusional. You think people around you are. So the only way to know is to get in that word, because that word is going to tell you the truth. I was talking to my family, ended up talking to my friend too, where I was listening to the word, because I read one version, but then I'll listen to another version. And that version must have been said, you need to mind your business. I said, now, Lord, why did I hear that version so clear? Why I heard that version? He said, because you need to mind your business. And I said, you know what? I do. But it's another thing when stuff come to me, because I'm minding my business, Lord, and I'm trying to mind my business. I'm just chilling and things are happening around me and I have no control over that. And so the only thing I do is have control over how I respond. And then I make a video so that I'm able to get it out there and learn. Because most of the time when we think we talking to other people, we most of the time talking to ourselves. We're just allowing our ears to hear it. The Lord is speaking through you to you. So thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sacam yo que quieres ver en otros. And I have this shirt on because I actually celebrated my kids. My kids graduated today. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have to give you a better view. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.